Planet of the Fakes 4 Families. And Pigstar HH News. Manhunt ends for grandmother who allegedly killed man inside Trenton laundromat in midday. Trenton, a manhunt had residents and high school students on heightened alert as authorities scoured the capital city for a pill-pushing grandmother who allegedly shot a man to death and mortally wounded another inside a city laundromat Monday afternoon, sources said. The grandmother, 73-year-old Uden McMillan, has a notorious checkered history in Trenton, and it was something from that sordid past that helped cops identify her early on as the alleged shooter. Cops received information that the woman who did it used to sell pills and would give out juice boxes to her loyal customers, sources said. Uden McMillan. Submitted image. Police responded around noon to the Liberty Laundromat on the 200 block of Chambers Street where they found a man suffering from a gunshot wound, Trenton Police Capt. Stephen Barnes said. The Mercer County Prosecutor's Office identified the victim as 21-year-old Giovanni Fanfan, of Trenton, but released few details about the slaying, the city's first since a 2-year-old girl was brutally beaten, burned and sexually assaulted last month. The shooting happened fewer than 2 blocks from the new $155 million Trenton Central High School, which was locked down as a precaution. The lockdown was lifted, and students were dismissed later in the day as usual. All after-school activities based at the high school were canceled due to the nearby carnage at the laundromat, which was swarming with police. Police roped off the 200 block of Chambers Street on Monday afternoon after a shooting inside a city laundromat. This panoramic iPhone photo shows the proximity, left to right, of the Family Dollar, Liberty 3 Laundromat, Shell gas station and the new Trenton Central High School. Sources said Fanfan was struck in the upper torso after McMillan, allegedly packing heat, opened fire on him during a scuffle inside the laundromat. McMillan was upset with the two men after they allegedly jumped her grandson, sources said. They were scuffling with her grandson when McMillan brandished a handgun and opened fire multiple times, sources said. Surveillance cameras are believed to have captured the shooting, and helped authorities lock in on McMillan, in addition to intelligence gathered at the scene. Fanfan was taken to St. Francis Medical Center where he was pronounced dead shortly thereafter. Fanfan, who was pictured with a what appeared to be a bulletproof vest flipping the bird, had paid homage to 18-year-old Unique Anderson, also known as Blixky Boog, on his Facebook page. Anderson was gunned down in May on the first block of Walnut Avenue. His killer hasn't been apprehended. Giovanni Fanfan, 21, of Trenton, was shot to death Monday afternoon inside a Trenton laundromat. Facebook. Another man showed up at Capitol Health Regional Medical Center on his own, suffering from a gunshot wound, Barnes said. He was whisked into emergency surgery. There was no word on his condition as 6 p.m. Authorities took McMillan, who is known to live on the first block of Chestnut Avenue, into custody sometime Monday, a source confirmed. When asked if an arrest was made, a prosecutor's office spokeswoman as of 6 p.m. would not confirm that, saying only no one had been charged with any crimes. As cops were reportedly on her heels, the Trentonian cruised by the city home registered to the On the Lam Grammy, but she was nowhere in sight. A neighbor, showed a picture of McMillan's infamous mugshot from a few years ago, did not recognize her. McMillan, at the time 71, was nabbed in a sensational case in 2016. Police moved in on her after witnessing a drug deal between her and another man. A search warrant of her house led to the seizure of a sawed-off shotgun, a handgun, $3,200 in currency, and 165 pills, including 9 endo, 15 oxycodone and 60 Xanax, authorities said at the time. McMillan used to peddle pills for $20 bucks a pop, sources said, giving her buyers juice boxes and chips with each sale. She was hauled in after a month-long investigation involving weapons and illegal narcotics by the Violent Crime and Warrant Unit under the command of then-Lieutenant Rolando Ramos, retired, and Detective SGT. Anthony Manzo. McMillan was charged with unlawful possession of a weapon, unlawful possession of a handgun, unlawful possession of a sawed-off shotgun, unlawful possession of a rifle, possession of a weapon in a drug scheme, 2 counts of possession of drugs, 2 counts of possession of drugs with intent to sell, possession with intent to sell within 500 feet of a park and maintaining a narcotics nuisance. The charges were dismissed after McMillan completed pretrial intervention, a prosecutor's office spokeswoman said. The Mercer County Homicide Task Force was leading the investigation of Monday's murder. Follow